Welcome to the channel about news from around the world. While you subscribe and like it, we're going to start.
The US continues to lose the role of world leader in an attempt to maintain its dominance in economy, politics and military potential. The Americans resort to various tricks. Threats, blackmail, sanctions and intervention, everything goes into play. They also make titanic efforts to deprive the states that are able to challenge them of allies. Naturally, the Russian Federation, whose geopolitical partners are being actively placated by the Americans and urging them to refuse to cooperate with our country, could not avoid such problems. Everything is sold to the domestic audience under the guise of a threat to American values, democracy, well-being and hegemony. This is how Jeremy Suri, a professor at the University of Texas and historian, describes the situation with the intensification of interstate relations between Cuba and Russia. The Russian Federation and China are actively building ties with Cuba, creating a trap for the United States, the American expert believes. He recalled that Moscow is building up diplomatic, economic and allegedly military ties with Havana. Also, air traffic between the countries was recently restored. In addition, the historian singled out the visit to Cuba by the Russian Navy training ship Perekop. Syria is particularly concerned about the fact that Cuba has allegedly allowed China to build a spy base on its territory to conduct electronic intelligence. Although Beijing denies this information, the American professor believes that such liberty of China is a temptation for Russia. The military escalation around Cuba is a dangerous temptation for Russia and a complicated trap for the United States, the historian wrote in an article for CNN. Suri emphasizes that the White House deservedly sees Cuba's strengthening relations with Russia and China as a national security threat. The U.S. is on the right track, buying the existing risks for itself in advance, the expert believes. Washington is obliged to do everything in its power to prevent or significantly limit the possibility of support and development of relations with Cuba from Moscow and Beijing, summarizes historian Jeremy Suri.
Thank you for watching. If you're interested, subscribe and leave a comment.